I didn't plan to tell this story, but my mind won't rest until I do. My name is John, and for years, the Army was the only life I knew. I left home believing I was fighting for my country and my family. The war was nothing like the training. It smelled like smoke, fear, and death. One morning, my team walked into an ambush we didn't see coming. Bullets cut through the air so fast, I couldn't even think. I hit the ground and felt something hot tear through my shoulder. For a moment, I thought, this is it. I'm not going home. But then I remember my wife's smile and my kids waiting for me. That thought pushed me to crawl, even though my body was giving up. A fellow soldier dragged me behind a broken wall just in time. I stayed awake, fighting to breathe, fighting to stay alive. Hours later, backup arrived, and somehow I survived. Months in the hospital felt longer than the war itself. But I kept saying to myself, I'm going home. That's all that matters. Returning home. When I finally got home, I expected peace. I expected love. But something felt wrong the moment I walked through the door. My wife barely hugged me. My kids looked confused, like strangers. At first, I told myself they were just shocked to see me alive. But days passed, and the distance grew. Something wasn't right. The betrayal. One night, I woke up and heard whispers coming from the living room. I followed the voices, slow and careful. My wife was sitting too close to someone I knew too well. It was my own brother. She didn't even look guilty. She just looked caught. My brother stared at me like he had been waiting for this moment. My heart felt heavier than any battle I ever fought. I had survived bullets, but this pain felt worse. All I could think was, I stayed alive for this. That night, everything changed. And before you judge what I did next, you need to know the truth that almost destroyed me. My wife and my own brother. Well, half-brother. Same mother, different father. We never grew up close. He always had a darkness in him, but I never imagined he would destroy my family. That night, after seeing them together, I walked out of the house in silence. But the pain didn't start there. It started back in the war. I'm taking you back to the battlefield, because that's where the real story begins. We were deep in enemy territory, on a mission nobody wanted. The sun was burning, the air full of dust, and everyone's nerves were tight. Our commander warned us, stay sharp. They're watching us. We moved quietly through the ruins of an abandoned village. Then, boom, a landmine exploded a few meters ahead. We hit the ground instantly as bullets rained from rooftops. Everyone shouted, returned fire, and tried to survive. I ran behind a broken truck, shooting at shadows in the smoke. A sniper's bullet cracked past my ear, missing me by inches. I turned and saw my best friend fall. One shot to the chest. I tried to drag him to cover, but he was already gone. We kept fighting because stopping meant dying. Rockets hit the building beside us, shaking the ground. I yelled for help as smoke filled my lungs. Suddenly, we heard enemy footsteps closing in. We were surrounded and outnumbered, but soldiers don't quit easily. We pushed back hard. I threw a smoke grenade and sprinted forward. Bullets tore through the smoke from every direction. One hit my leg, but I kept moving. Stopping wasn't an option. I jumped behind a wall and ducked as debris fell everywhere. My ears rang like the world went silent. But then, I heard something strange. Someone on the enemy side shouted my name. My real name, not my call sign. I froze. How did they know who I was? My squad looked at me, confused and scared. We heard the voice again. A calm, confident voice. John, come out. We know everything about you. My heart dropped. That voice sounded familiar. Too familiar. It sounded like my half-brother, but he wasn't supposed to be anywhere near a war zone. My commander ordered us to fall back immediately. The voice stopped, replaced by heavy gunfire. We escaped through a narrow alley and kept running. But that voice haunted me for the rest of the mission. Standing outside my home, I realized something. Maybe my brother wasn't just betraying me romantically. Maybe he had been involved in something darker. Something connected to the war. I went in my car with my mind racing. I replayed the war voice over and over again. Was it really him? Or was I imagining things? But deep inside, I knew. His voice is a tone you can't forget. And if he was connected to the enemy, my whole life had been a lie. I walked back inside the house with a calm I didn't feel. My wife was crying. My brother just sat there, emotionless. I looked him straight in the eyes. "Were you in that village?" I asked. He didn't blink. He didn't breathe. Then he smirked. A small, evil smile. My heart froze. That smile confirmed everything. He whispered, "You weren't supposed to survive, John." My wife gasped, shocked. She didn't know anything. I took a step back as the truth hit me like a bullet. My own brother was connected to the enemy. And now, he wasn't even hiding it. He stood up slowly, walking toward me. What you think you know was only the first crack in the story. His eyes were cold, fearless, dangerous. And that was the moment I realized. The war had followed me home.